Kind of inconvenient.
All right, here we are again, Cameron High School Gymnasium, Heart of the North Conference basketball. Now we've got the St. Croix Falls Saints in town to take on the Cameron Comets. I talked to Troy LaValle today. We'll hear from him at halftime, but in the meantime, this is the We Are Network, Cameron High School basketball. My name's Jay Cornell. Glad to be here for you tonight. A nice crowd starting to filter in. No band tonight. Going to be pretty quiet here. But before we meet these teams, and we're about 5 minutes or so from tip, we're going to have a couple of quick commercials. We'll come right back, talk basketball, meet these teams, get the tip, and hear the anthem from a young lady who is a fifth grader here at Cameron Middle School. Come on back.
We spark young minds.
We keep you safe on the road.
We keep you healthy.
We respond when it matters most.
We are Northwood Tech.
All right, here we are again, Cameron High School Gymnasium. Back-to-back games here as the Cameron Comets have that makeup game tomorrow night with the Cumberland Beavers. We'll be on air for that one. That's also a 7 p.m. tip-off. These Saints come in 4-2 overall under head coach Chad Hall. I just talked to Chad. He said he's been doing this 14 or 15 years. He couldn't remember which. They are 2-1 in the heart of the North. Had a couple of non-conference games during that Christmas break against West Lakeland teams, Luck and Frederick. Losses here in this conference, Hayward was their loss. Hayward, tough team. They also had Osceola on their schedule in that Middle Border Conference and lost to them. A couple of games postponed for these Saints. They're going to be making up that Spooner game, canceled just last Tuesday. They have not released a date on that yet. Back in mid-December, they had a game with Northwestern that was postponed all the way to February 16th. So they're going to be back in action against Barron here on the 13th. They've got a couple of tall seniors that guard the rim very well, and they are a pretty good defensive team, the Saints. A couple of outside shooters as well. Justin Wynn, a senior, 6'6", 10.2 per game. He is an inside force, as is Brett Sladaki, junior, 6'2", 14 points a game for him. Elliott Wilson, though, is probably their go-to guy, 20.2 points per game, 6'4", senior. And then they've got their floor general in Carson Marks, a 5'8", senior. Again, a good defensive team. They're going to be stubborn inside. Brady Gronsky and company are going to have to fight for it down there low. They play that 2-3 defense, I believe the Saints do. For the Comets, 17th season under Troy LaValle here. 4-3 overall, 2-1 in the heart of the North. They lost to Northwestern. They did defeat Lady Smith and Spooner, given that 2-1 record then. They've got a game coming up on Tuesday night. They did have one last Tuesday that was postponed. That has not been determined yet. That was against the Unity Eagles. Dylan Jorgensen, 6'2 freshman, still leading the way in the point column, 13.6 per game. Brady Gronsky, 12.9. Brady at the top of the conference in field goal percentage, I should mention, 66%. Jordan, number 2 at 58%, so that's pretty cool. A.J. Guerra, 11.7 per game, the junior. He's top 5 in three-point percentage in the conference. Jackson Griffith, 10.6, a senior. And Scott Butterfield coming off the bench, 8.2 points per game. I think the big notable difference here is the turnovers. 15 turnovers per game for the Comets and only 9 for the Saints. As they're starting to get lined up here for the anthem. Anthem is going to be sung by, I wrote it down here somewhere. Oh boy. Addison Lambrecht, I believe is how you say it. 6th grader, she is here. As she is getting ready to stretch the pipes here and sing the anthem. I see Scott Jensen, our choir director, down there helping her out. Hope the mic works all the way through it for her. So let's listen in as we hear from Kim Parker, the PA announcer. So top of the conference right now, Northwestern. And these Saints and Comets tied in that second place slot. Trying to move up the scale here. Once again, welcome aboard Cameron High School Gymnasium. Jay Cornell, We Are Network. I've got my statistician standing by, Callan Ewings, 5th grader here at Cameron Middle School. Addison Lambrick, 6th grader. Let's listen in. Well, given all that's going on in our world right now, it's nice that Addison got us all back on the same page, if not just for a second. What a terrific rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. All right, so the Saints are ready to be introduced here. Carson Marks, 5'8" senior. He's kind of their floor general. Number 5, Wilson, he is their leading scorer, 6'4" senior. Number 11, Jared Smith, 6'3" senior. Got some height, these kids. Justin Wynn, 6'6" senior. And number 22 getting the start, Brett Sladacki, 6'2" junior. So, again, they've got some length on that St. Croix Falls team. For the Comets, Guerra Jr. getting the start again, number 5. Jackson Griffin, 5'10" senior. Scott Butterfield getting the start tonight. Talked to Troy LaValle before the game. He wants some height in there early and often. As their leading scorer, the freshman comes out, number 24, Jorgensen, 6'2". And then the other senior down low is going to be Gronsky, Brady Gronsky, 6'3" senior. Officials, Ben Swanson, Jeremy Bird, Brad Morris, as we're ready to tip off here. Pretty nice crowd. A little thin on the St. Croix Falls student section. So Butterfield's going to get the tip here along with number 20. They're both number 20. Well, regardless, Butterfield gets the tip, and we're underway. Jorgensen has it. Gronsky loses it, and we've got our first turnover. The Comets in that turnover column early and often here lately, and they've got to work on that. All right, so let's get our ducks in a row here. Got to fight for space with my statistician. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, here we go. All right, so Wynn has it. Now Marks has it, top of the key. Gets it over to Sladacki, down to their leading scorer, Wilson. In goes Sladacki, up, no good. A lot of height there. Wilson up high, gets it, drops it in. First points of the game go to the Saints as Guerra has it. Gets it down baseline to Butterfield. Nice pass. And there is what they do. They contend the rim, do these Saints. Specifically Wynn and Wilson. And that was all ball. Gronsky's got it now on the inbounds pass. Griffin dribbles around. A lot of height there, and right off the bat, they've got a tip. Here comes Marks. Nice pass up ahead. Another 2 points for the Saints. Carson Marks, 5'8" senior. He's quick, can shoot outside. None of these Saints are what I would call prolific scorers, but they are very good defenders, and they'll score in transition, as you just saw. Griffin has it now. Jorgensen is going to dribble in, shoots over the taller Wynn. Wynn runs it down. Here comes Marks. 4-0, 16-15, just getting underway here. The Saints have the lead. They have the ball. Inside, Wilson gets it to Wynn, his partner. Back up, Wilson is fouled, and in goes the hoop. Justin, check that. That is Elliott Wilson, 6'4" senior. Still trying to get our self-organized here. My statistician's taking up my space. Cal? All right. Comets have the ball. Guerra has it, 6-0. Griffin now over to Guerra, over to Jorgensen. That 2-3 zone, and they are long down there on the baseline, are the Saints. Guerra's going to shoot it deep, just off target. Rebound comes down. The Saints have it. Here comes Marks. In the ball goes. Marks kicks it back out. Wilson deep, hits it. And we're going to have our first timeout as we're up to, I think, 9-0 already, 15-26. And we'll hear from a sponsor.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
All right, back here at Cameron High School gym. Turn the mic down just a little bit for you. Troy LaValle, you can hear the frustration in his voice already as the Saints are out hustling the Comets early here. Check that, 9-0. Saints have the lead. And the last words from Troy, wake up. Yep, got to get in this one, got to get your head in the game. Comets going to find themselves behind in a deficit right off the bat. So Troy going with that taller lineup. The Twin Towers down low, Gronsky and Butterfield. Jorgensen has it, trying to penetrate the top of that 2-3, almost throws it away. Guerra has it now, gets it over to Griffin. Griffin baseline down to Gronsky. Gronsky double teamed. Got guys all over him. They throw it away. They got a guy up ahead to the Saints, but they slow it down. Marks now over to Wilson. Wilson, tall kid, can handle the ball, can shoot. And in with the reverse layup, and another 2 points is DeSmith. Jared DeSmith, a senior. Michael Gronsky's going to come in. Silvernail's going to come in. Butterfield and Griffin are going to have a seat. 11-0 early on, 14-52 first half here. Michael Gronsky wearing that face protector, throws it away. Not sure who he was going to. Somebody was supposed to cut and didn't, or regardless, it's a turnover. Penetration, contact, no foul. Here comes Jorgensen with it. He's got to reach in, and it's going to be a foul on the Saints. DeSmith reaches in there. Coach talks to him, says, hey, man, you don't need to do that at that point. Got to move your feet on that situation. All right, Guerra has it now. Comets find themselves in a dogfight right off the bat as the Saints come out fighting. Gronsky all the way across to Guerra. Ball's tipped away. It's going to stay with the Comets. So I mentioned Troy LaValle in his 17th season. Got his 300th win here a few weeks ago. We'll hear from him at halftime. Also at halftime, they're going to have the, what do they call it, 15,000 shot club, where they recognize Cameron students for the number of shots they've recorded over a period of time. I don't know exactly the details on it, but I do know this. The Saints have it. Marks is going to shoot it. A little strong. Ball's bounced around, out of bounds. It's going to go over to the Comets. All right, here come the Comets. Jorgensen. Silvernail's going to go drive in, get it down to Gronsky. Gronsky's got guys all over him, throws it away on the pass back to the perimeter. Butterfield already coming back in, and so is his brother. Marks with a nifty move, a little strong off the glass though. Marks is that water bug, spark plug type kid that every team seems to have, as Jorgensen goes up with a nice floater, finally cracks the seal for the Comets. 11-2, 13-29, tick it down here in the first half. Comets find themselves in a pretty big deficit, 9 points to be exact. Marks has it, gets it down low, up. I'm going to call the travel there. I was wondering about that one. Pass went in to Sledecki, the junior, and he walks with it. A pair of Butterfields coming in. Let's see if they can charge up this Comets team here. Austin, a freshman. Scott, a senior. And Michael Gronsky's going to bring the ball across. Michael's got that face shield on. Back in the Northwestern game, I guess. Or no, the Regis game, was it? No, Northwestern, I think. He took one in the chops. In the snout, to be exact. Who got that one? You missed it too? You're my statistician, dude. You got to watch the game. All right, well, we missed that one, but we do know it's 4-11. Comets just intercepted it. Silvernail. Nice bounce pass up ahead. Bodies on the floor. Jorgensen's not going to miss those runners. 6-11. Little mini run here by the Comets as they come back. Wilson out there hassled. Wynn's got it now. Almost throws it away. Back to the top of the key for Marks. They reset. DeSmith on the floor. Interior pass goes to DeSmith off his leg. Ball bounces around. Gronsky has it. Got to give it up, kid. And he does. Silvernail will shoot a three right on the spot. You could tell that one was looking good from the get-go. As we have a timeout, this time St. Croix Falls, Coach Hall is going to call it. We're going to stay here. 12:06 first half. We've got a ball game. It was starting to look like it was going to be a runaway right off the bat for the Saints, but Comets close the gap, and then Silvernail pops a three. 11-9 is the score. Just underway here, 12:06. I mentioned Brady Gronsky and Dylan Jorgensen among the leaders in the conference in field goal percentage. 68 and 58, I think, is where they were at. Of course, Gronsky, most of his shots come from about 3 or 4 feet. You would expect that, but he does get himself in good positions, got good footwork as Marks is having trouble with it. Finally finds a man down low. He misses an easy one. That was Wynn, and here come the Comets. Jorgensen gets it over. Silvernail surveys. Silvernail hassled by DeSmith. DeSmith, a good-looking athlete. Looks like he knows where the weight room is for sure. Good wrestling school as well, St. Croix Falls. Interior pass now to Butterfield. He goes up with it. Looked like he kind of tweaked his ankle, and he is gimping a little bit. That was Austin Butterfield. He's back in the game, ready to rock and roll here as Silvernail hassles Wilson out top. Get my names in my number square here. Wynn is number 20. DeSmith. 22 is Sledecki, junior. I hope I'm saying his name right. He will shoot it. Wilson. They let the little water bug Marks get in there, get a hand on the ball, tip it away, and that ends up being a foul then. Yeah, they call a foul on the Comets in the scrum there for that ball. Foul's going against. Who was that foul on? Says number 12. Oh, that was Gronsky that got that foul. They're having a little trouble getting the ball in, the Saints, underneath their own basket. Gronsky guarding the inbounds. Finally, it comes in. Jorgensen tips it. Goes back to the Comets. Nice block by Butterfield with those long arms. Scott finally out of bounds, and it's going to be a turnover. It's going to the Comets. Brady Gronsky, Griffin coming in, and Guerra, Scott Butterfield, Jorgensen, and Michael Gronsky to have a seat. 11-9 still. Home team trailing. Off the foot, out of bounds. Going to stay with the Comets. Yeah, Cameron coming to life here a little bit here in the last couple of minutes. Gronsky kicks it back out. Guerra surveys. They're going to try to find something in that 2-3. That's what you got to do, in and out basketball. Griffin with a deep three off the iron, and here come the Saints with it. It's Wilson, little contact, up and in. Wilson, nice looking player, leading scorer, 20 points and change per game, so he's among the leaders in the conference. In fact, I think he's second in the conference behind, that Hanson kid up there at Hayward. As they put it around, Butterfield with a nice little floater from 10 feet, doesn't hit it, comes down. Comets have it. Butterfield again, Austin kicks it out, all the way around they go. Guerra's going to shoot it and hit it. A.J. Guerra from downtown with a man in his face pops that one, and that pulls them to within one. 12-13, the Comets still trail by one. Here comes Marks with it now, and he's fouled. 5'8" Marks, number one, the senior. Only averaging, I think, 4 points and change per game, but he is he's a force in that small package. He's all over the place. All right, here we go. Trying to get it in. They can't find anybody. Finally throws it away. Silvernail has it, gets it over. Nice job, a nice hustle by Silvernail. Here come the Comets. Down low to Gronsky. He's going to hit that one. No, he travels. Nope, foul. Thought he traveled there. A little shuffle of the puppies, but no, they're going to call a foul on the floor. They give the ball to the Comets quickly, and he hits a three. Griffin. Saints were sleeping on that one. The Zebra handed the ball to the Comet, and everybody was still kind of milling around and left Griffin wide open, and he hits a three, and that gives them the lead now. The home team 15-13 as the Saints try to get it in. Almost loses the ball, does Marks. New guy in for the Saints is number 23, Allrum, Brody Allrum, a senior. Reverse layup attempt there by Tristan Hansen, another new player in off the bench. Another tall athlete, Hansen. They're going to get Wynn back in. An opportunity for the Comets to add to their 2-point lead here, but no, they throw it away. All the way down, Marks, he's blocked, clean. Wide open look for Guerra. Hit, a little long. Thought he nailed it. From my angle, it looked like it was right in the middle. That was Brady Gronsky with a nice block down there low. But the Saints have it back. That is Hansen now. Gets it over to DeSmith. All the way back down to, that was Marks. Hassel out there is number 23, Allrum. It's going to be a foul on Allrum. I think he meant white 23.
Hey, you gotta fix that.
Yeah, foul was on white 23. He said blue 23. But as you know from listening to me, we all make mistakes.
He's on the bench, white 10. White 10.
White 10 is supposed to get the foul. That would be Silvernail. The crowd lets him hear it. All right, 15-13. Home team's crawled back into the lead here after giving up 7 or was it 9 unanswered? I think it was 7 unanswered. 8:13 to go. Dribbles in is Hansen. Denied, and here come the Comets. Down the floor quickly. Jorgensen gets it down. Gronsky up and in with the right hand off the glass. That's his moneymaker. That's where Gronsky earns a living. Marks Little rainbow pass over to Hansen. Hansen. Sladkey now has it. Miscommunication, throws it away. Over and back the call. Gronsky's coming back in. Troy LaValle's egging his team on here. Let's go. Encouraging his team, I think, is the right word. Egging his team on. A little negative. All right, so Griffin has it. Inside pass, Michael Gronsky kicks it back out. Guerra feeling it. Hits it. Nice looking pass from AJ, or shot rather from AJ Guerra. Hits it from about 3 feet beyond the arc on that far side. Michael Gronsky hassling the ball handler there. Marks has it now. Griffin, skip pass all the way over. Number 22 is going to go up and hit it from just inside the arc. That was Sladkey, junior. As Jorgensen has it, tries an inside pass, tipped out of bounds. Silvernail's coming back in. Griffin coming out. 20-15, 7:09 to go first half. Comets building on that lead. Guerra gets it down. Gronsky, nice pass. Drops it in as Butterfield. Good basketball, good team basketball there, baseline. Butterfield gets in the scoring column. Marks handling the ball, Guerra on him. Marks looking for somebody. Finally gets it up to DeSmith. DeSmith hassled out there by Gronsky. Kicks it down now. Wynn has it. Thought he double dribbled, but no. DeSmith dribbled in. Makes a little room. Could have been an offensive foul, but nothing called. They throw the ball away to the Comets. Back to the Saints. Wynn up with it. Finally a foul. Nothing easy. Justin Wynn fighting for it down there for the Saints. Finally puts it up and gets fouled. Now number 12, Gronsky, gets the harm on that one. Second for Gronsky. Home team has 5 as Wynn puts it up and in. .50% free throw shooter, Justin. Eyeballs the second one, puts that one in. That'll boost the old percentage. Up ahead they come. Guerra has it. Going to try a little floater and going to try a little jump shot from about 10 feet. And Wynn goes up and blocks it, and that's what they do. Like I said, Wilson and Wynn, they are a force down there. Baseline, low in the paint. Guerra looking for somebody, finally throws it in. Jorgensen with a beautiful little touch shot from the elbow. Just pure as maple syrup, that kid. Smoother than butter. Cooler than a cucumber, whatever you want. Here comes Gronsky to come in. Marks has it, goes right hand, blows by his man. And Marks with a little frustration foul. Number 1 blue, they say. We're going the other way as Guerra has a nice first half going already. 24-17, Comets have the lead. 6 minutes even, first half. Nice pass inside. Around they go. Gronsky tries to find something baseline, throws it away. He's still up turnovers, Gronsky. Dribbles into trouble, then chucks it to somebody. Calm down a little bit. Tough skip pass. Wynn trying to find somebody. Finally finds Wilson. Wilson trying to get a little room. Marks has it now. That's over to Sladkey. Skip pass. Marks will shoot it. Off. Gronsky with the rebound. Goes to the left hand as he dribbles up the left side of the floor. Gets over to Silvernail. Little head fake into Gronsky. Nice spin move up and in. Gronsky with that, Brady Gronsky with that nice little drop step, spin move. Nothing you can do about it unless somebody comes from that weak side and anticipates that, but it happens quick. Here we go. Wilson off. Gronsky has it now. Jorgensen across the timeline. He's going to go all the way with it. He does. Fakes a little pass. Gives himself some room. Finally kicks it out on that miss. Gronsky has it. Hits it. Michael Gronsky pops it from downtown. Comets celebrate. coach's high five all around, 29-15. Check that, 29-17, 4:47 to go in the first half. Let's hear from Northwood Tech. All right, Cameron Comet showing a little bit of guts here in the latter part of this half. They gave up a, I think it was 7-0 or 9-0 run to begin this game. I think it was 7-0. And then came back, pulled ahead of them 15-13, and they've got a nice lead now, 29-17, 4:47 to go first half. We Are Network, Jay Cornell, Callan Ewings. Callan, who's the leading scorer for the Comets right now? Looks like you got a couple of them there.
So far, it's a three-way tie between AJ Guerra has 2 3-pointers, Michael Gronsky has 2 3-pointers, and Brady Gronsky has 3 2s.
Awesome. Cal, Johnny on the spot as always, as the Saints fight for it down low. Could have been a 3-second call there. No. Finally, Marks throws up the loose change. It's going to be a held ball, I believe, yes. Arrow's going to stay here on this end with the Saints. So Comets giving the Saints a little taste of their own medicine. Saints are a good low post defending type team. And the Comets are all over them down low. So Troy looking like a genius at the moment, starting the 2 tallest kids on the floor, Gronsky and Butterfield. Back in action now, the Saints looking for something inside. Skip pass comes over to Sladke. Down low to Wilson. Wilson makes a little room for himself, throws it off the iron, no good. Finally, loose ball ends up in the hands of the Comets. All right, so that one went out of bounds. Going to go to the Comets. Griffin's coming in, Silvernail out. Griffin's going to bring the ball across. I'm sorry, that's Butterfield, Austin Butterfield. Jorgensen now. Guerra's not even in the game. Scott Butterfield. Scott Butterfield's got a really nice outside shot. If he gets a little daylight, I hope we see it. From the elbow, he'll pop it. In and out. Ball's bouncing around a little bit. Comes down to the Saints. Here comes Marks. Carson Marks, a senior, 5'8", has got the ball. Nice pass down low. Comets are swarming. Weak side help instantly there. Now Guerra's going to come back in. Scott Butterfield's going to have a seat. It's the best basketball I've seen Scott play this year so far. Scott shaking the rust off. Had some time off. Finally, the ball comes out. Marks has it. Gets it over. Wilson. Wilson will pop that. Finally gets it down to DeSmith. Enough daylight for Wilson, but I mentioned before, he is not going to create his own shot, but if you leave him open, he is a high percentage shooter, 20 points per game and change. Marks has it. There's Wilson. Hits it. Nope. Off the iron. Wilson a little cold, their leading scorer. Up ahead. Nice basketball. Up ahead to Butterfield running the floor. Austin drops it in. 31-17 now. Starting to build a sizable lead here are the Comets. Wilson double teamed. DeSmith now. Back to Wilson. I don't know if Wilson is the kind of kid that's going to clam up now that he's missed a few, but he has got a nice stroke. Sure, coach will tell him keep shooting it. Number 4 is going to pump it up and hit it. That is Hansen. Tristan Hansen, a senior. He's averaging just over 2.5 points a game. Ball thrown away now. Number 22, the length of the floor. Jorgensen blocks him. Too much skin. And he's going to go to the line is Sladaki. Jorgensen running the floor with him, the 6'2 freshman, number 24. Oh, is he going to be a star? Yeah, a lot can happen, but He is certainly a terrific basketball player as a freshman. Sladacki misses the first one. Brett Sladacki, Jr., 55% from the stripe. He's going to get a look at another one. 31-19, 2:18 to go. Comets have the lead. Misses the second one. Ball is loose coming down to the Saints. Up goes Wilson, no good. Gronsky with the rebound, and he is hassled down there. A lot of contact. Up ahead they come now, the Comets. Griffin passes up. A momentarily open look as Gronsky has it now. Nice cut. Guerra hits it. Nice pass from Gronsky on the wing to a cutting Guerra right down the middle of the freeway. Nobody on him. He floats it in there, and 33-19 now. Saints throw it away. That's what that pressure defense will do. They're not pressuring them full court, but as soon as they come across the half court with the ball, the Comets are on them like stink on skunk, and that caused that turnover right there. As Justin Wynn, the senior, is coming back in. So Wynn and Wilson on the floor right now, along with Hansen. A lot of height down low in that 3-2. Up at the top of that 3-2, they have Marks and Allrum. As Guerra penetrates, splits the defense, rolls off the rim, and here comes Marks. Up ahead, nice pass, Allrum blocked. Jorgensen with another block. I like the demeanor of Dylan Jorgensen. 2 blocks in a row. That last one was with authority. He just comes down, and there's not a bit of braggart in his demeanor at all. Doesn't have to showboat. Doesn't have to let the other team know that he's here. All right, Saints have it. Marks looking for somebody, baseline. Little up and in, a jumper from Hansen. Silvernail finds some daylight. Double team down low by the 2 tall kids. Finally fires it out. Griffin, head fake. That is, Gronsky now has it. Griffin, around the horn they go. Silvernail looking for somebody. Nice cut there. Gronsky blocked. Oh, they're going to say skin. Number 20 is going to get the harm on that one. Justin Wynn, I believe. Nope, number 5. They're giving it to Wilson. As Michael Gronsky set to come back in. Brady Gronsky is shooting 66% from the free throw line. Misses that one. Gronsky, as I mentioned, second leading scorer on this team at 12.86. They spread it out, and he misses that one. I talked to Troy LaValle about that at halftime. We'll have an interview with him if we have time. The little kids are going to be recognized for their 15,000 shots, something that Troy implemented to get better shooters out there. And the kids get recognized and called down based on the milestones that they hit, as Gronsky's back at the stripe. Misses that one too. That last foul was on Justin Wynn, his first. 16 fouls now for the home team, 5 for the guests. 33-21, 30 seconds to go till halftime as Gronsky hits that one. 34-21, his cousin comes in, Brady takes a seat. Wilson has the ball, gonna get a little pressure now, full court. They're having trouble getting it across the timeline. Finally, Marks gets it across. 19 seconds, double team. Marks throws it away. Nope, yep, throws it away out there. A little panic there setting in for the Saints. So yeah, we'll hear from Troy. We'll hear from my statistician, Mr. Ewings, if we have time. Griffin uncorks one from deep. Catches a lot of iron and then all of the nylon. 37-21 with that three-pointer right at the buzzer. Deep shot, half court for Marks, no good. Halftime, 37-21. And Cal's adding them up. We'll hear from him after a commercial.
everyone knows me as Maddie. But here, I'm Master Sergeant Hefner.
Can't stop this. Ha. So let's go.
This is my life in the Air National Guard.
You can't stop this. Never. Let's go.
All right, so this is 15,000 shot recognition. Landon Jorgensen, the first one named, 15,000. Callan Ewing's my statistician, 15,055 shots. That kid better be able to shoot with that many under his belt. As Cal's down there getting a shirt. Landon Jorgensen, the brother of Dylan. I didn't catch the first name. Griffin, 15,175. So as I mentioned, this is something that the basketball team has implemented here. Basketball program to get these kids out shooting baskets and get them off video games in the summertime. I love it. 15,315. Dylan Jorgensen. Well, no wonder he's the leading scorer. 15,345. Young Schmidt boy, 15,000 and change. Oh, I wish I could catch their names for you, but is that little Halverson? I think it was. 15,940. Is that Mason Brown? Jason Brown? Winningham, 16,000 shots. Brady Nelson, 17,000. Young Cherney, 17,000 and change. We're up into the 18,000s now. Coach's kid, 18,000. Fourth grader coming out, 18,600 and change. So as they continue with the 15,000 shot challenge, and it sounds like he's got to raise the bar because there's several of them over 15,000. The girls squad back in action on Tuesday night. They had a W last night here. Girls squad doing really good here for the Cameron Comets. The wrestlers will be traveling down to Cadott tomorrow. The wrestlers having a nice season so far. Big meet down there in Cadott, a big invite tomorrow. Several teams involved, 15-team meet if I counted them right, down at Cadott. JV did lose tonight, the boys. 10-point loss to the Saints, 52-42. It was tight up until the last 3 minutes or so. The Saints built up a 5-7-point lead, something like that. And then Jackson Valley, I got to cut in 30,000 shots last summer. And that kid can shoot. He'll be a star coming up here for these Comets in a few years, 7th grader, coach's kid. Yeah, so as I mentioned, the JV team lost tonight to the Saints. Tight ball game till the last couple minutes there. And then, of course, they had to start fouling, and that built up a lead. 10-point loss the Comets took. Well, how much time we have? We have just enough time. Let's hear from Troy LaValle. We'll come back, get the stats from Cal. You know what, Cal, you want to read the stats, buddy? All right. We'll do that first. Then we'll see how much time we have. Probably not going to have time to squeeze Troy in. But this is Callan Ewings. He'll give you the halftime stats. Cal, you ready?
Okay, so for St. Croix Saints, Carson Marks has 2 points. Tristan Hansen has 4 points. Elliot Wilson has 7 points. 2 for Jared DeSmith and 1 for Justin Wynn. And then for Cameron, AJ Gira has 8 points. Jayton Silvernail has 3. Michael Gronsky has 6. Jackson Griffin has 6. Dylan Jorgensen has 2. Austin Butterfield has 2. And Brady Gronsky has 7. And then for fouls, Jayton Silvernail has 1. Michael Gronsky has 1. Scott Butterfield has 1. And Dylan Jorgensen has 1. And those are the halftime stats.
Nice job, Cal. You got to drag those out a little further, buddy. We don't want we don't want any dead air. Another game going on tonight, of course, that football game that's setting up the national championship college football. 28-7, the Indiana Hoosiers leading the Oregon Ducks. It's nice to see Indiana in their different teams. I kind of poo-pooed the NIL stuff and poo-pooed the portal stuff, but it does open up for teams like Indiana to get in there, as long as they've got some money behind them. Mark Cuban, big donor for that that university. Who do the Badgers have? Does Badgers have anything? Anybody that can donate some cash to them, Cal? You got any money to donate to the Badgers? You got to crack open that piggy bank, see what we can do. Cal, you going to stick around and do the second half for us? Okay. As I mentioned, Northwestern Unity undefeated in the conference, but you know what? We haven't had very many games. A lot of the games have been postponed. It's been a bad weather, even for indoor sports, because of the travel. It's been a bad weather season so far. I think the Comets have had 3 cancellations. They got to make up that Unity game. They have not announced when that one's going to be yet. And looking at the standings, I think Hayward's going to have something to say about who's going to be at the top of the heap when this all shakes out. Hayward's got that Hanson kid that's a good scorer. They've got fast up and down the floor type team. Comets don't do well yet against that type of team. I'll have to look on the schedule and see when they're coming up. But the Hayward Hurricanes have been in the cellar the last few years, and you could tell they were building something, and they were probably going to make a run. We've got the Cumberland Beavers here on this floor tomorrow night, the Comets do. Cumberland has taken a huge step backwards. They won their first game against the Spooner Rails and then went on a long losing streak, 7 in a row. And they're at the bottom, towards the bottom of the conference right now. And we mentioned before, of course, a couple of kids coming back from that really good squad last year for the Beavers. But Gavin Gores, you can't replace. All 6'11" of them, 6'10" of them went on to play Division I basketball in Wyoming with the Cowboys, of course. So we're ticking down here at halftime, ready to start the second half. Cameron Comets building a nice lead. If you would have made me bet on it that first 5 minutes, the score would have been flip-flopped. I would have bet that the Comets were going to be in the cellar at this point, but they really turned it on. Troy had a few words of encouragement, putting it nicely, and they came out with a little bit more fire after that first time out. 37-21, halftime score. Comets are going to have the ball. Jorgensen's going to pass it in on the far side, and we are ready to rock and roll here from Cameron. Saints send out their original starters, it looks like. Yes. So DeSmith on the floor. Wynn on the floor. Elliott Wilson, their leading scorer, on the floor. Marks, the floor leader, on the floor as nice screen set. Nice pass inside by Jorgensen to Gronsky. Jorgensen had what was most likely a sure thing, but Gronsky was wide open, just handed it to him. Nice pass. Good basketball IQ on that freshman. All right, hassled out there is Marks. Gives it up, gets it back, throws it around all the way out to Wynn. No, that's Sladacki misses it. Tough pass down low. Finally, Jorgensen has it. Immediately looks up ahead. Kid's got his head on a swivel, sees the floor. Griffin now. Guerra had the hot hand first half. Gives up that one. Jorgensen will shoot from three, off, and it's going to be out of bounds, go to the Saints. Jorgensen squares up. You don't see him doing it a lot. He's more of a dribble penetrate kind of guy. Creates his own shot inside the paint, does Jorgensen. But he can hit it from downtown there as they put a little pressure on Marks. Gets it across. Griffin screened off of him for a second. He kicks it back out. Elliott Wilson, little bump there. They play on. Top of the key now. DeSmith over to Sladacki. Down low to Wilson. He's going to go up with it. He does. Blocked, fouled. Butterfield's going to get a little skin on that one, and he's going to get two shots as Wilson. Second one on Scott. Just underway here in the second half, so that's the first team foul on the Comets. 16:42 to go in the game. Wilson usually pretty, well, I shouldn't say that. Let's look at his stats. He's a good shooter. He's not hitting them tonight. 78%, so he is pretty good from the line as he hits that one. 39-22. Guerra trying to get it across. Hassled out there by Sladacki. Finally passes it up ahead. Has an open look to get it down to Griffin. Decides to pass it up. Scott Butterfield. Don't be afraid to shoot that one, kid. As Guerra throws it away. Tipped. Marks tipped it to himself. Went the length of the floor and is fouled. Going to get two shots is Marks. That one went on Griffin. Marks is 0 for 3 from the line. Did he hit that one? 39-22. Marks is going to get another look. He's only shot 3 times all season. Make it 5 times, and he hits that one. 39-23, 16-16 to go. Silvernail has it now. Comets have the lead. Big step inside from Gronsky. Throws it up high off the glass as he's fouled, and it goes in. Everything going right for the Comets at this point. That one had a little bit of luck on it, but not much. Gronsky muscled it up there. Foul went against the Comets number 11. Or I'm sorry, the Saints number 11, DeSmith, as Gronsky gets one and hits it. Little pressure now from Guerra on Marks. Marks quick. So keep waiting for him to blow by guys, but he doesn't. Now he throws up a floater in. Hesitated momentarily, did Marks, but then finally said, hey, nobody's on me. Hit a little floater as it's contact all over the place. They're trying to get the ball down low. They finally do. The Comets tipped. Jorgensen dribbles in. Nice pass to Gronsky. Back out. Silvernail head fake. Goes into the paint. Kicks it out. Guerra has an open look. Off. I think the Saints might have got a little piece of that one as the ball is loose now. Finally, Marks comes up with it. Marks looking up ahead. Gets it over to Sladacki. Down low. That is... forgetting these names on these kids. Wynn. I think you'd remember a name like Wynn as the Comets steal it all the way down. Guerra up, no good. Gronsky has it, fighting for it. It's going to go off a blue, I think. White ball, yep. It's going to stay here as Michael's going to come in. And his cousin Brady's going to have a seat. Brady having a nice game tonight. Comets playing well as a team. This might be one of the better games I've seen from the Cameron Comets. Didn't start out that way as Gronsky throws it away. Michael Gronsky, as Marks goes the length of the floor, tries something high off the glass himself, misses it. Big contact now as they're bugging Butterfield. Finally a reach-in foul. Crowd doesn't like it, but boy, it looked like a lot of wrist from my perspective. Foul one on number 22, Sladaki. 6'2" junior. So you're going to have a couple tall kids again on this team next year. Good kids as they throw that one away to the Comets.
It's a makeup call.
Troy says they touched that as they threw the ball right through the wickets of Jorgensen. I would have called it blue ball too, because you couldn't tell if Jorgensen's got his pinkies on it. I wouldn't reward a bad pass if I were an official, if it was a borderline one. All right. Little runner in off the glass from Hansen. Tristan Hansen. A couple Hansens on this team. Tristan has it now. Gets it over top of the key to Marks. He surveys, gets it around finally to their leading scorer. Wilson not having a good game tonight. 20 points per game. Finally, the ball is lost. Out of bounds, going to go over to the Comets. Sladaki looks around at his coach like, how was that off of me? Doesn't matter, Zebra says it is, so it's going to go towards the Comets' end. Little pressure now. Gronsky comes to the middle to receive that one. Finally gets it to him. Across the timeline they go. Down low to Butterfield. Nice pass, nice cut. Brady Gronsky cutting to the hoop and Butterfield finding him, Austin Butterfield. As Hansen's dribbles in, throws it away. Ends up back in the hands of the Saints and they reset. Wilson, Elliott Wilson gets it over to DeSmith. Wide open look. Up, no good. That was Sladaki with it. As Guerra loses it now. And Wilson's going to go all the way up and in. Pressure again. Guerra's going to dribble it across. Loses it temporarily. Goes to the lane. Contact. And it's going to be a two-shot foul against the Saints. 44-27, 13:20 to go in this one. The Comets have a nice lead. And the Saints, no quit in them. As Grassman is set to see his first action for the Comets. Guerra eyeballs his first one up and good. See if we can find some numbers on Guerra. He should be climbing now. Yeah, he's up to 73%. From the charity stripe is AJ. Having a nice game. Eyeballs the second one. 100% tonight. And Grassman's coming in. Guerra's going to have a seat. Nice hand from the crowd for AJ. Well, as the season grinds through January and into February, these crowds are going to get bigger, louder. Bands are going to be here. Playoff basketball, can't beat it. Hopefully these Comets get the ship pointed in the right direction here. They're going a long ways towards it tonight. Looking good. Ball tipped out of bounds. DeSmith is going to pass it in on the baseline. Finally gets it in. And they throw it away. Marks throws it away, and then he comes up and steals it from Jorgensen, and then Butterfield tips it away. A lot of action here. I'm stumbling on the names for some reason. Is Jorgensen behind his back with a nice move. Gets it over. Butterfield is going to go up with it. No, tipped away. There's a fight for it, and it's going to be a held ball. It's going to go towards the Saints' end, but boy, a lot of contact there. 46-27, 14:43 to go. Comets have the lead. Team fouls, not a lot. 3 on the guest, 2 on the home team. It's going to be a while before we get to that 1-and-1. Marks tries an interior pass, finally comes up with it, does Sladaki, goes up with it hard, puts it in. 2 points for the senior. junior, that is. And then he's going to get a cheap foul out away from the hoop. He didn't have the ball across the floor yet. That was just a bit of a control foul. Sladaki ran into the back of Grassman. Guerra now. Butterfield has it, gets it over to Grassman. Grassman hassled out there, almost throws it away, but Guerra comes up with it. Back to Silvernail. They take it away from Silvernail. Up ahead they come, the Saints. And Marks with an easy layup. Now something away from the ball. Number 14, Grassman's going to get a foul. Was that away from the ball, or was he the ball handler? Either way, they said it was an offensive foul. Player control. No argument from the coach. Saints crowd, all 25 of them or so, came unglued on that one until they blew the whistle. Wilson has an open look. Usually hits those long. So you wouldn't know it, but Elliott Wilson is averaging 20 points a game. Struggling tonight for whatever reason. We all have those nights. Gronsky has it now. Gronsky throws it away. Up and in on the stolen pass there is number 22, and we're going to have a timeout. That last one went to Brett Sladaki, the junior. So let's hear from Northwood Tech. We'll come back and take a look at the rest of this one. 11:51 to go in the ball game. 46-33. All right, here we are back in Cameron High School Gymnasium. A little pressure from the Saints. Comets finally get it across the timeline. Looking inside is Guerra, finally to Griffin. Butterfield looking for his cut. Nobody's moving. Needs some help. Griffin fires down low to Scott Butterfield. The Saints in that 2-3 close on you quick, especially on the baseline. Comets doing a good job, though, of finding the open man. Interior pass, back out. And that's the way you break this. Right now they've got guys wide open on this side. Finally they find Griffin. I think it hit the wire, but they didn't call it. And finally we've got what? A held ball. I thought the Saints had the last held ball, but maybe not. They've got this one as Butterfield comes out. Austin. Michael Goronsky. Scott Butterfield. Scott Butterfield in a little pain, grimacing. Marks has it now and is going to dribble it across. Gets it over to nice pass down low. Finally, Hansen has it up and in. Pass came in from Wilson. I think they drew that one up because that was picture perfect. As Tristan Hansen gets 2 points. Comets have it. Down low, Jorgensen. Jorgensen looking for some room in that 2-3. Doesn't find it, throws it away. Here comes Marks. Marks gets it over. Sladaki looking for somebody. Wilson will shoot it. Off. High for the rebound. Tipped around is Hansen. Finally, Sladaki has it. Throws it up. No foul. Now is a scrum and a push. Out of bounds. No foul on that one. It's just going to be off blue. Sladaki is hustling out there. Doing his best. He says to coach, doing my best. And he is, I would agree. He's really working hard, are these Saints. Both teams really putting it on the floor tonight. Laying it on the line, so to speak. All right. Jorgensen has it, top of the key, looking around. Dribbles in, Gronsky, wide open, cut, nice. Had a little sliver to the lane, did Gronsky, got that big body through it. up with the left hand. Gets another 2 points, Brady. 48-35 now. The Comets have the lead. Saints have it on their end. Wilson will shoot it. Just a little strong again. Got a nice stroke. Got a nice shot. 20.8 per game. How many does Elliott Wilson have tonight? All right. 11 points. So he's cracking the seal. Wilson, hard shot across the arm, but nobody calls it. And a deep three from Marks. So Marks cracking the seal from downtown. Guerra open, penetrates. No good on the baseline. Here come the Saints. Marks directing traffic. Wilson will shoot it again. Takes a little off it. No, hits the back iron again. Jorgensen now hassled out there. New kid in the ball game, Brody Alrum. Number 23, Alrum looks like a football player. Kind of a fire hydrant build to him. Tipped, gonna stay here. Butterfield's coming back in. DeSmith's coming back in. Wynn's gonna have a seat, number 20, Justin Wynn. And Griffin's going to have a seat. All right, Silvernail has it. Tries to penetrate. Throws it away. Nope, it's going to go off the Saints. Silvernail did a good job at the top of the key, penetrating the top half of that 2-3. All right. Jorgensen gets it into Butterfield. He can hit that. A little strong. Ball tipped around. Comes up. Wilson has it now. Marks up ahead. Alrum blocked. Butterfield up high to the square on the backboard to block that one. Kid can jump, and he's got long arms. Scott Butterfield. Butterfield has it now. Surveys, gets it over. Guerra's got some daylight. Will shoot it and hit it. Guerra, hot hand tonight. AJ. How many is that for AJ? How many three-pointers? That's his third? Oh, he's hit more than that, hasn't he? Cal, my statistician, you're not dropping the ball on me, are you, kid? You're not dropping the ball on me, are you? I think he's got more than 3, doesn't he? Well, regardless, we're all unofficial, right? Gronsky's coming out. 51-38. Comets building a nice lead here. 8:04 to go in the ball game. DeSmith gets it in. Wilson gives himself a little room. Throws it up, no good. Butterfield with the rebound. That's loose now. Saints come up with it, kick it out. Hansen kicks it back out, and they're going to say we got an injury and blood all over the place. Alrum. Is that Alrum? No, it is. It is number 22, Brett Sledacki, and he is got hit in the chops, right in the mouth. He's acting like he's got a tooth missing. I say it every game. If you think basketball's a non-contact sport, you haven't played it very much. Got a couple of basketball surgeries under my belt, and I never even played organized basketball. That's probably why I got injured. So they're going to get him into the locker room and see if they can tend to him. Kid plays hard, number 22, Sledacki, Brett Sledacki, Jr. And is not afraid to throw himself in there, and that time he caught a loose body part in the chops. Nothing malicious, just incidental contact from a little scrum they had going on down there. So injury timeout is a cleanup timeout. Probably a better way to say it. We'll stay here. 51-38. Troy's not stopping, still coaching. As he draws up a couple of defensive schemes and a couple of offensive plays down there. 51-38, 7:52 to go in the ball game. Talked to Troy earlier tonight. Had a 4.5-minute interview for you, but we kind of ran out of time. I wasn't going to cut into action to play it, but basically what Troy said is exactly what we've been talking about. St. Croix Falls has got some good low defenders, tall, lanky kids. Really, the difference is they're just not hitting their shots. St. Croix Falls is cold. They've hit a few, but their leading scorer has gone on kind of a miss streak here. Elliot Wilson, nice looking player. Second leading scorer in the conference, I believe. At 20.8 points per game. He's got 11 or so tonight. You know what? They're still cleaning.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
Cameron elementary school teacher Keith Gay, the cleanup man down there. Got the rubber gloves, got the cleanup mess kit, and Keith, a Hurricane Hayward Hurricane back in the day. Probably made a mess on the floor himself a couple times, but now he's the cleanup man, Keith. All right, back in action. Saints have it. Hansen has it, gets it over. Nice looking three-pointer from Marks downtown. Marks trying to keep them in it. 10 points now. They've got it down to the Saints, 51-41. Comets have the lead. Comets have the ball. Butterfield bumped out there by Allrum. Finally, they get it up to Silvernail and hit reset here. Trying to set a screen up top is Butterfield. Nothing there. Throws it away. Finally, Silvernail off his own knee. And here come the Comets. Saints rather. Wilson with it. Blocked. Silvernail has it. Somebody's got to help him out as he dribbles across the timeline. A lot of contact. Jorgensen over to Butterfield. It's got daylight. Goes in with it. Hard foul. Not going to make that one, but they're going to give him a chance from the free throw line. Young Butterfield. Austin. 2 shots coming for Austin. Let's take a look at what his numbers are. Hasn't been to the stripe a lot, I wouldn't think. The freshman shoots. Yeah, he's had 2 free throws so far. And that's his 3rd on the season, and he misses it. So 0 for 3 so far. Not going to be hard to build that percentage if you can hit a few of these. Austin. And misses that one. Wilson with the rebound. Saints. DeSmith. Ooh, that's an easy one. DeSmith clears out with his elbow and then has a few choice words for the Zebra. He's lucky he's not getting teed up on that one. That was an easy one. Nobody from the crowd argued. DeSmith. Got to appreciate the passion, but got to put a rein on it every so often. Nice pass down low. Gronsky up, good, fouled. Pass came in from the wing from Silvernail. Gronsky drew the contact, went up with it. Off the glass and in. He's going to get a free throw. Brady Gronsky. Coach wants to talk to the Zebra here on the St. Croix Falls sideline. Gronsky hits that one. I don't think he's arguing the push or the offensive call. I think he wants the explanation on the other end here. One of my soldiers had to go into the locker room to get patched up. Where was the call there? I didn't see anything. It happens. Marks with a nifty move inside. The little fella misses it. Tries to steal the ball after that miss. Now he's on Guerra. Finally, they relent. Guerra gets across, double team. Down to Jorgensen. Silvernail will pop a 3. It's going to be long. Wilson with the rebound. 54-41. Comets with that 13-point lead. If they're going to cut into it, Wilson's going to have to, for the Saints, going to have to start hitting them. Right now, it's been Marks, the point guard. Wilson looking for something. You can tell he wants to shoot. Nice pass inside, up and in. Nice pass to Wilson inside. He gets back in the scoring column. He's probably getting closer to his average now. 13 points. Guerra's got one from deep. He's going to shoot it and hit it. When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. That one was NBA 3. The home crowd goes crazy, the student section. And boy, I'll tell you what, that was from downtown from A.J. Guerra. 57-43. Let's hear from Northwood Tech. It's nice to see Brett Sladacki. Geez, I hope I'm saying that right. Sladkey. Well, regardless, it's nice to see him back out of the locker room. Now coach tells him, get back in there, you're bleeding. Hopefully going to get back on the floor. Nothing too serious, hopefully, as the Saints have it now. Almost throw it away. Wilson gets it back. Marks has it. Marks looking for some daylight. He wants to shoot it. Finally gets it out. Down they go. A new player in is number 0. Wilson up hard, fouled. That's Isaac Tate, the 5'9" junior that just let it fly from the baseline, three-point land. The corner. Wilson going to go to the stripe. I mentioned before he's their leading scorer, but his numbers from the stripe don't look all that great as he hits that one. No, I lied, 78%. That's a good percentage, and he hits, nope, misses the next one. Ball's loose. The Saints throw it away. Saints tried to save it on the inbounds there to Smith. Threw it over his shoulder, hoping to get somebody, but out of bounds it goes as the Comets have it now. Guerra across the timeline. 4:50 to go, 57-44. Comets have the lead. Guerra splits the defense, finally throws it away. Was hoping that Gronsky would drop down. He would give him a little bunny there, but Gronsky didn't move. It really wasn't there. Guerra threw it to nobody. Another shot up from Wilson, no good. Here comes the Comets with the loose change. Quick hands from Marks. He steals it. Up. Fouled. Marks keeping him in the ball game, the 5'8" senior, number 1. Keeping him in the ball game with a couple of threes and some quick hands to force the turnover up there. Carson Marks, only averaging 4.67. And it's a free throw. I mentioned it was only his 5th free throw of his senior year here so far for Marks. 57-45. Still got that 12-point lead. Second one is in and out. Butterfield runs it down, has the rebound. He's hassled out there, double teamed. Got guys all over him. Finally throws it away. Yeah, sometimes you want to ricochet one off a guy's leg if they're that tight on you. As Marks with a little floater off the glass. I mentioned Marks keeping him alive here. He is pesky out there, all 5'8" of him. As we're going to have a foul now, a push from DeSmith. Yeah, they're getting aggressive because they know they need the ball because they're running out of time. 3:59 to go in this one. 57-47, 10-point lead for the Comets. Silvernail's going to toe the line. Jaden Silvernail, senior, 62%. Misses that one, tipped around, comes down to Hansen. No, check that. That is the Wounded Warrior back in there. And boy, he's got stuff all the way up his nose. So I thought it was his mouth, but it was his nose. Probably better. Sladacki that was. As DeSmith comes up with a loose one, throws it up and in. Another 2 points for the Saints, and Wilson comes out, creates the foul. That's still a one-and-one situation, so Scott Butterfield got to hit the front end of this one. Scott. 75% from the stripe, only 4 times before this game has he been there. Hits that one. Oh, I wish he would shoot from outside more. Troy LaValle barking out some orders as Scott hits the second one. Friendly home roll there for him. He's going to come out. Butterfield having a nice game tonight. Michael Gronsky back in. Marks has it. 10-point lead again, 59-49. Marks pass all the way down, back to Wilson. Wilson throws it away. He's got Gronsky up ahead. Does Guerra, finally finds him. Gronsky hard off the glass, no good. Wilson with the rebound. Wilson gets it ahead. Hansen now throws it away. Gronsky hassled, bumped. Down to Silvernail. Brady Gronsky fouled. The St. Croix crowd does not like that one. It was a lot of Wilson.
Ball. There's no body there. Not an automatic body call.
Should say a lot of Spalding by Wilson as Gronsky barely skims the rim. He's a better free throw shooter than that. Take your time out there. 59-49, 3 minutes and 1 second to go in this ball game. We're right back at it again tomorrow night. Cumberland Beavers on this floor. Troy has to consider that as we tick down. These guys have been playing hard. Gronsky hits that one, 61-49. Too early to sub in, I would think. Only an 11-point lead here. Just under 3 minutes to go. As Gronsky high, tips it away, Michael. They run it down, the Saints. Finally, Marks has it. He's going to go all the way up ahead to Wilson. Wilson up high for it. Clears himself some room. Up and in. Wilson finally starting to come alive here. As Butterfield has it tipped away. There's Marks again. He's just under the radar, literally, of Scott. Didn't even see him. Shot comes up. No good from deep from Sladaki. And here come the Comets. Butterfield now. Butterfield hassled big time out there. They got to blow the whistle. He's trying to foul him, I think. Guerra bumped, traveled. Oof. Well, the Saints fans have felt like they've gotten the short end of the stick on calls all night long, but they didn't on that one. Bumped hard was Guerra, and they call him for a travel. All right, well, timeout called. I think Troy LaValle called it. Nope. Full timeout called by Coach Hall of the Saints. That'll give us time to hear one more time from Air Force.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
Well, they've got it down to 9 points, do the Saints, 60-51, 2:10 to go. Troy LaValle making sure his players know this is not over. You can't sit on a 9-point lead. At halftime, the Indiana Hoosiers 35, the Oregon Ducks 7. Nice to see a little changing of the guard in college football. Ole Miss, Miami. I don't know about the rest of you, but I get sick of seeing Ohio State 1 or 2 every year. All right, here we go. In, Hansen off the glass and out. Rebound comes down, Comets have it. Guerra dribbles across. No pressure at all. That surprised me. I thought they'd be right on him as soon as they got the rebound, but no. As Griffin throws it away. Misses the rebound, does Sladaki, or misses the bunny, I should say. Nice bounce pass, Jorgensen up and in. Really nice bounce pass coming ahead from Silvernail. I think that was Jaden that threw that one. Jorgensen, the beneficiary, as he goes up with it. Marks is gonna dribble in, and he's got a hand on the back from number 10, Silvernail. 7th team foul, so it should be 1-1, isn't it? No, I guess it's the 6th. 10 team fouls on the Saints, 6 on the Comets, 62-51. Ball comes in, steal. Here comes Jorgensen with it, up ahead. Silvernail's gonna make the bunny and fouled. Jorgensen makes the layup. Silvernail makes the layup, pass from Jorgensen. And Jaden gonna go to the stripe. That could be a backbreaker right there, 64-51 if you're a Saints fan. Silvernail shoots 62% from the line and off with that one. Wilson's got the rebound. Marks is coming down fast. He knows that it's got to go up quick. A lot of contact down low, up and in. Nice move down there by Sladky. Probably I've been saying it wrong. Sladky. Sladky sounds nice too. He's going to get one shot here. Regardless, he has been a warrior tonight. Nice looking free throw. Hits that one, and already he's all over Silvernail. And throws it away to the Comets. And Brett Sladky runs it down. Pass comes over to Wilson. He finally hits one from deep. 57-64 now. 39 seconds. They're going to have to foul them, are the Saints. And timeout. Troy LaValle gets that timeout. We're going to stay here. 64-57. Got it down to a 7-point lead on that three-pointer from Elliott Wilson, the senior. Can you add up Elliott Wilson's points for me? Just curious. He's been cold, honestly. But as good shooters often do, they work their way back in, and next thing you know, they look up and they're leading everybody. How many? 13? Unofficially, 13 points for their leading scorer, Wilson. Coach Hall, I talked to him. Been doing this a long time, he says, so he's seen it all. Good years, bad years. You can't be at the top of the heap in these small programs. You're going to go through years where you just don't have a lot of basketball players or a lot of athletes coming through. That's why you do what Troy LaValle does. You get down there, and I've seen him coach those little kids. He coaches them like they're at the varsity level. Not a lot of kit gloves. Honest with them. Works them hard. Rewards them. I talked to him before, and boys to men is a big goal of Troy LaValle and all these coaches. All of us in education. Trying to make fine young men and women out of these kids. All right, pass goes up ahead. Finally, they're fouled before they get it across the timeline. Butterfield's going to go to the stripe. Should we put these one in ink? Should we put this in ink? Is he going to hit these? Scott Butterfield. Wilson's coming out to a nice hand. Wynn's coming back in. Not sure why Wynn was on the bench for so long. Butterfield's going to get a pair here. Hits it. 65-57, 27 seconds to go. I think we can put this one in the books, barring some kind of miracle, as Butterfield hits the second one. $66-57. Marks. Win. Off. Hanson high for the rebound. They're looking for threes. 16 seconds to go. Wilson. Off. Win with the rebound. Kicks it back out. Marks will hit it. No good. Scrum. Butterfield has it finally. Gets it up ahead to Garrett. Now they can run the rest of this clock out, and that's going to be your final score. The home team coming away with a decisive win, 66-57. Cameron Comets, I haven't seen all their games live, but for my money, this is the best I've seen them play yet. So Troy's team took a big step forward tonight, making a little noise in the heart of the North Conference. They're going to be right back here tomorrow night. Cameron Comets and the Cumberland Beavers. Cal, I appreciate you adding them up, but we're going to sign off, buddy. Yep. 66-57, your final score. Cameron Comets get back in. They're going to be here tomorrow night versus the Beavers. And the, let's see if I can find where the Saints are headed next. Well, I don't see it. I thought I wrote it down. Regardless, they'll be back in action next week early on, these Saints. Until then, tomorrow night, have a good one, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on the We Are Network. We'll see you tomorrow.